Hello and welcome to Jolie Living. I'm Rick and today we're burning wood. Many of you have probably heard of Shou Sugi Ban since it has become popular as a design choice. Shou Sugi Ban, known as Yakusugi in Japan, is specific to material, process, and application. It is the Japanese name for a specific type of wood burning treatment that is often used as wall and ceiling cladding, made exclusively from cypress, which is also known as Japanese cedar. Burning the wood helps preserve it by making it resistant to weather, bugs, and ironically, even fire. Through history, in all parts of the world, humans have modified wood with fire to prevent rot and increase longevity. This preservation and finishing technique can be applied to many types of wood with varying techniques. Just consider it Shou Sugi Ban inspired. So let's get started. We'll be using redwood for our project. It's a fairly affordable material found at most local lumber stores across the country. Redwood is a good choice for outdoor projects. Alright, to do the actual burning, we're going to use a propane weed torch. You can find these at pretty much any hardware store. We got ours at Harbor Freight. Some people use a small propane torch for soldering and plumbing work, which are very inexpensive, but you'd only want to use those for a very small project, maybe doing one board like this. We're covering a lot of territory, so you want the larger torch that puts out a lot of heat. And traditional methods even use even greater forms of heat, but this works for our situation. Afterwards, you use a nylon bristle brush to take off some of the charring that you've done. Some people even use wire brushes, and even wire brushes on grinding wheels to take off even more, especially for interior projects. Some gloves, some safety glasses, and that's about all you need. Matches, and for safety's sake, you want to be aware of your surroundings and not have any flammable things around, and also have water handy. We have the hose turned on and ready. We won't do this type of project around here in Colorado in the middle of the dry summer. It's springtime, and also we're in an area with little to no flammables. When working with a weed torch like this, it's best to keep the rubber hose behind you to keep it out of the way of the flame, and also reduce your tripping hazards.
Once you get the torch lit, adjust the flame with the fuel knob so that you're getting a consistent flame on the board's surface when the torch is about 6 to 8 inches from the wood. We find that you then need to lightly squeeze the lever near the fuel adjustment knob to add more fuel and really get an effective burn. When you squeeze the lever, you will likely need to move the torch further away from the surface to keep the hottest part of the flame on the wood. Stay in one area until you see an alligator skin texture start to appear. This is an indication that the burn is penetrating the wood's surface. Take your time and cover all the surface evenly. It's okay if the wood continues to burn in an area after you have moved on. If it burns more than a couple of minutes, you may want to put it out with the garden hose set to mist. When you are finished burning a board and you see areas of hot embers still remaining, you can soak the whole thing with water to ensure that it is no longer burning. Just let it dry before proceeding to the next steps. Our friends Helen and Carl were here to work on the boards for the raised bed we are building them.
Rebecca loves doing this.
from a long line of matriarchal pyromaniacs, and it's like a meditation for me, because there's nothing else I can do except stand here and watch it burn.
Alright, now she's using the nylon brush to brush away some of the excess soot from the surface we just burned. And we're just kind of giving it a nice light brushing while leaving a majority of it there. You can use a wire brush and take it down pretty deep and even see some of the original wood color again. But we want the darker finish. So we're just getting the light flaky stuff off. Well, you can see the wind. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. The wind's moving some of the dust.
Look how it's shiny.
I'm going to use the air compressor and blow the rest of it away before we put a coat of linseed oil on it. Here's a nice comparison. All of the boards with the air gun and to the right have been brushed, blown off, and have a coat of linseed oil, whereas the board just to the left of the gun has only been burned. So it has yet to be brushed to get off the excess. Once you've scraped it, it's nice if you have an air compressor to just blow all that extra dust off. If not, maybe you have a friend or a relative who's full of hot air that's willing to help you out. We like an extra layer of weatherproofing, so after you have brushed away the excess burn material and then blown away the dust, we like to put on a coat of boiled linseed oil, just for that extra measure. The linseed oil goes on rather quickly, but you want to give it a good 24 hours to dry. Otherwise you'll be getting black and oily hands. But once it does cure and dry, it's a nice finish, especially for the outdoors. After that, you're almost ready to build whatever you're planning on building. Well, I hope this gave you enough confidence to try this project at home sometime. You could use this on wood and make a raised bed is what we're going to do. And that will be in an upcoming video, hopefully in a video or two. But, you know, any type of outdoor wood project, it might be a good way to finish the wood. But you know, it's fairly simple. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And my wife, she really enjoys burning the wood. It's just kind of a meditative process. But for now, I think that's it. We sure appreciate you watching our videos and joining us here at Jolie Living. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you'd like to know when the next videos are coming out, if you have subscribed, write down next to the subscribe button will be a little bell. If you hit that, it'll just send you a notification when a new video comes out, and then you can see the the raised bed that we're going to build with this Shou Sugi Ban inspired wood that we just finished. I think that's it. Again, thank you, and we'll see you next time.